Hello everyone, you are welcome back to Bottom of the Concept Free QuickBooks Training. So today is the second day in our training on QuickBooks Desktop. Yesterday we started with some introduction to QuickBooks and we looked at how to create a company, how to create chart of account, how to set some preference, how to create customers, how to upload multiple customers, same with vendors, and we ended up with creating inventory items. So we're going to start from where we stopped yesterday. We're going to start there today. So yesterday we stopped at creating inventory. We created the steel sheet, 200 pieces as the opening balance. We're going to create like other ones now, and from there we move on. Okay, let's go back to our QuickBooks. Remember, to get to item list, you can either go to item list from here or from customer, from vendors. You can see item list, and then you can go to list here to get your item list. So currently, you only have one item, which is what? Which is steel sheet. So let's quickly add more, or we had multiple. The same way, okay, let's add one. For the purpose of those who are just joining the class, then we had multiple items. So to click on new item, select new item. What are we adding now? We are adding inventory part, not the services. And from the part, we have is the name, unit price. Okay, I think we need the value in total. Cost of this times this. So the value in total, that's the 3.5 million. And the company, the preferred supplier, this is optional, is the XYZ supply. That is an optional argument. So let's go back and fill in the form. Criteria 2. And what are we adding now? We're adding plastic granule. Is it by sheet or not? So no, let's make it sheet also. And if it's not sheet, you can pick any unit of measurement. The choice. Okay. So this sales information, this is what will show when you select this item in your invoice or purchases. This sales information or purchase information. So, and we want supplies to be from XYZ. We have XYZ supplier. We have XYZ supplies. And the revenue account that we want this to go, you can select the same revenue account, and the inventory can still remain the inventory item. Then we have quantity at hand. How many do we have at hand? Then we have coding picture. How many do we have at hand? We have 500 units, and the value is 3.1 million. We have 500. 500. Asset when? Asset, that is the opening balance. So if you want to have reorder point, the minimum point at which you want to reorder, you want QuickBooks to remind you whenever you reach a minimum point that there is need for you to reorder. You can put it here. This the moment you reach 100, people will quickly alert you that you have 100 units left, so you need to make order. So let's click OK. So now we have 2 items. Also, before we move to bulk item, let's quickly look at here. We also have finished goods. What we've added before in the raw material, we have finished goods. Okay, let's quickly look at this and let's try to create one of the finished goods also, and we're going to call it 001 and this um, unit price stock unit. Okay, this is selling price. This is the cost price. So you can say equals to this times this. Okay. So let's go back. Let's create new. Although it's an inventory part, it's an assembly. But before we create assembly, um, okay, let's quickly see that is a part, but it's an assembly. When we talk about assembly under QuickBooks and stage 50 also, assembly means that when you add 2 or 3 items together to create a single item, we call it we use what is called bill of material to create that. Now, to create a single steel door, we need 2 sheets of this and 1 aluminum pipe. That's what we need to create one door as an example in this case. Okay, let's bring, because we don't have other items here, let's bring other items now. Then let's use the multiple item and bring the other items once and for all, so that we don't come back to the other one. Okay, so we have plenty columns here to use. So let's select this one that we need. Customize column. We don't need sub item for now. What do you have under the cost? 0. We didn't use cost. For our selling price, we didn't use it. And COGT account. Okay. Okay, remember yesterday we changed this to factor value. I'm going to change it back to cost of sales. So we're going to leave this cost of sales account. Preferred vendors, we can leave that also if we want. If we have a particular vendors that we want to supply, want him to be supplying that material, we can leave that. Income account, asset account, that is the inventory. And the other point is not compulsory, we can remove it. Max is not compulsory. Total value and the part can not compulsory. Can you mute yourself, please? There's noise from somebody's background. Okay, please let's maintain the silence, please. Okay, a minute, please. Okay, So it's okay. So we only have how many columns now? One, two. Let me edit this. I need to change this to this is the one we created by ourselves, and this also 5,000. Okay. So we have this. So we want to create other ones now. You want to use the same account here. So what do? We go back to our Excel, we format it the same way. What's the first column here? From item, now item name, COGS, preferred vendors. So let's start with that three first. Item name, right here. Item name is it. So the second column is the COGS, that is cost of goods sold. GS. Okay. And at this point, you have to be sure that the name, if the name are not the same, it's going to throw some error. So it's always good to copy the name. Okay. So we have bread. Okay. The third one is the preferred vendors, right? Preferred vendors. So sorry, this is the raw material. So here we have cost of goods sold, preferred vendors, copy this. Okay. Then followed by income account and asset account. Income account, the income account that we want to use for this payment, income account. Income account. Oh, some things I'm in here. The purchase description and sales description. Okay, okay, okay. So this is revenue account. We have inventory account. That's the inventory and asset. Okay. Then what follows now? We have total value, for each of these. That is total value. Then what follows after the value, quantity at hand, and description. Quantity at hand. So just ensure that you you follow the template on QuickBooks. So the description. So I think we've covered everything that we needed. We're going to copy from here now up to this place. Control C. Use Control C. Then you go to your QuickBooks. Control V. Control V. Any error. Since we are bringing opening balances, this is very important. Because we are bringing opening balances, we have to add date as of when. Opening balance as of when is this opening balances that we want to use. But the value here has dropped. Why? 3.6, 3.2, 1.5. 3.6, 3, 200, and 1500. So that is that. Then we come here as of when. This opening balance was as of December. Copy down. You can use that one to copy down. So this has been done before. Okay, let's save changes. So now we have 5 inventory items. We can close now. You can see that we now have 5 inventory items. That is how to do bulk uploading of inventory. So if you have 100 inventory in your stock or in your store, that is exactly how you're going to add them. It's as simple as that. Any question on that? Any question on that? So we move on. In case there's no question, can somebody unmute and tell us to proceed?
Yeah, I think we can proceed, sir.
We can proceed, sir.
We've created inventory now. The next thing we are looking at is we want to create. You can mute back, please. The next thing we're going to look at is how to create bill of material for our finished goods. We have finished goods, but those finished goods, we want to see what we use to create them. We want to add some things together for the creation, right? Can you mute, please? Thank you. So the first one here is what? Steel door. And the two materials were put together to create what? The steel door. So go to come here and click on what? New item. This time around, we're going to use inventory assembly. Inventory assembly. And the name of the product is what? Steel door. And the description is what? Steel door. Now, here, this is where we're going to add the item that make up of that particular product. So I come here and select which item do we need. We need two of this. Two of this. We are going to use two of this still, and we use one aluminum pipe, right? Go to line 2 and the aluminum pipe 1. That is it. So, and the inventory, so if you like, you can maintain different inventory for your finished goods. So let's quickly add one. We have 12100 here. So let's change it. Let's create okay, it should be 121. Oh, 1210. Okay, that is the one. We've not changed the code there. Okay, then inventory raw material. We've created raw material before. So I think we need to change something. Okay, let's use this one for the asset we want to sell. 12100 for the asset. So here we have 1 unit to create one steel door. And it's okay. Income account, sorry. Income account. It's okay. So now we have steel door. And see that we have a steel door now. That we can create number of doors that we need, right? Sorry, okay. I forgot to add the quantity at hand when we were creating it. Supposed to have added that, no problem. And we can skip that. So let's create another one, another item. Let's create industrial adhesive. I want to create this. And 7.5 of this and 1 of this. So the quantity, we have quantity, opening balance is there, quantity at hand. Industrial adhesive 300 units. New item, inventory assembly. Because we match things together to create them, that's why we call them assembly. All right. So can check, can use select the right measure cost of goods sold. Have selling price, like in our case, we already have selling price, right? For this, that's selling price. Selling price is 12,000. Selling price is 12,000. Selling price is 12,000. And income account. To use income account. Item. We are using 2 items for this. Also, 0.5 liters of industrial glue and 1 kg of plastic granule. Industrial glue. The quantity that we use to produce one, 0.5 of this, and plastic granule, 1 liter of this. So the quantity at hand, as at the end of the year, we have 100 quantity times 8 on 800,000. We have 100 quantity at hand. So the value is 800,000. That is as of December ending 24. So I think everything is okay. Yes, it's okay. So we have no name, description, no name. Okay. So we can see what we have here. That is how to create uh, bill of how to create a product using bill of material in QuickBooks. That's good. Now, the next thing we look at. Okay. So I think you can create other ones at your time. So that's how to create all those items. The next thing we want us to look at is how to create. We've not enabled our tax. There's no tax. You can't create a tax now. So let's go back to edit currently now. Let's quickly do that. Go back to edit and let's create our sales tax. Sales tax here. Go for complete preference. Did you charge sales tax? Yes. And then you can add sales tax. So you can now see that under the item type, we now have sales item, tax item now. And we can call this one VAT. And the description is value added tax. And the value is what? 7.5. Which agency will collect this money? That is FIRS. But we don't have FIRS yet in our vendors. What do? We create FIRS as our vendors now. So come back here and type FIRS. If you have anything you want to add, you can add it. Let me just write it in cap lock. And put the name here, general reference page. Anyone you want to put, you can put it there. But what I need is just the name. That's the most important part of the creation. Click OK. And okay, click OK. Make all existing customer taxable. Okay. Yeah. Open or close all open window. Okay. That is what preference does. Okay, let's go back to home. Now we have created our sales tax. So let's see the next thing we want to learn in this class. Let's go back here. We jumped from vendors to raw material because of we need to create invoice. There's need for us to create what? To create invoices. Okay, let's create invoice for Alpha Manufacturing Limited. That is one of our customers we created yesterday. You can create invoice directly from here, and you can go to Customer Center and select that customer. And come here. You can right click on this and click on New Invoice. Create invoice. Okay, so we have this invoice here. We have selected Alpha, and if we enable class, we enable class, but we don't classify our product. If you like, you can classify them. You can have manufacturing section. You can have you can depend on what the way company is structured. Let's say in this case we have metal works. That is one. You can click on that one and make that one chemical department. That's for chemical. Let's just make it like 2 classes now. So this particular order is for metal works. So here you can select the different type of invoices that are available. since we are selling products, you can just pick product invoice. If we have time, we'll get to how to customize the invoices too. So how many are we selling to this guy? So we are selling Alpha Manufacturing is buying steel sheet. Is buying steel sheet, not even door at this time. Is buying the sheet, 20 sheets. So it's buying sheet 20 sheets. Okay, which date? On the 4th of March. 20 units of what? Steel sheets. And the unit price, we don't have unit price here, but we know that the total amount is 500,000. So you can just type 500,000 here, 500,000. It will calculate the price per each automatically. So if you want this invoice, this line to be taxable, you will leave this. If this particular item is not taxable, you change it. You can see that the tax is up. It means that if your company is not taxable, perhaps you are below 12 million threshold currently in Nigeria, so you can just make it non-taxable invoice. But if you want to add tax, that's how you see. This is where you select tax to tax that particular line. And here you can select what kind of tax are you applying. Is it VAT or anything, or sales tax or anything? So you can add that from here. So that is the only thing we are selling to this man. Let's just save it, save and close. Your company email address. From, are we sending the invoice? We are not sending, sorry. Print later. Save and close. So we've created an invoice for Alpha Manufacturing Company. Now the value, the money is owing us is now more than 20,000 we have before. So you can see that, you can see the new invoice there. It has shown. When you click on the particular customer, you can see all the transactions that you have with that customer will show here automatically. So let's create another one. We have Better Enterprises. Better Enterprises buy 30 units of granules, plastic granules. So let's click on Better and right click, create invoice. So let's assume that that is on chemical department, chemical section, whatever. So the date is the 2nd of March. Invoice number, you can change it yourself, and you can allow QuickBooks to manage the number. So quantity, we are selling 30 units of what? Of plastic granules. The total amount is 750,000. 750,000. So it's taxable. Let's leave it. Save and close, or save and new. Not sending anything. Save and close. So now you can see that immediately we post the invoice, it will show here that this guy is owing us what? 806,000 because of that element in it. Okay, now let's now look for someone that buy a product. Let's say okay, let somebody buy Teta Electronics, buy steel door. Teta Electronics buy steel door, data electronics. You can just type here data electronics, new invoice, and then you can start from here also. You can also start from here and click on here and start create invoice and select data from here. And select data from here directly also. So whichever way. And we are selling steel door. Let's say that one is from metalwork also. So we are selling um 20 doors. 20 doors. Steel doors. Now you can see that QuickBooks is telling us that we don't have enough because we've not created any. We've not created any, right? So you cannot sell. But it's just warning us. If we know that we will create later, we can sell. Doesn't mean that we cannot sell it, but that's a warning for us. A warning for us. And the rate of each one is 20,000. 20 times 20, that's 400. 20,000 times this, that's 400,000, right? So you can see that it still allows us to go, but it has created that warning. This email thing. We need to go to edit, go and remove it under edit. So it won't be the default setting. Now, so let's remove this. So you can see the people who are owing us. That is how to create invoice under QuickBooks Desktop. Is that clear? So a customer can have two lines also. Let's look at another customer and make sure the person has two lines. Have this Gamma Industries. Let's create an invoice for it. New invoices, or let's go back to better. Let's create new invoices. And the class is going to be metalwork. The date, let's pick on 7. The quantity is 10. And the buying sheets of aluminum pipes. What is the cost of each one? $12,000. So you can sell at let's say 18,000. 18,000. The class is under Metalworks, and we have 12 units of doors again, steel doors. We have minus 20 already. Okay, we'll come and deal with that later. So the doors, how much are we selling the doors? If you are selling the doors at let's make it at 12,000 now. Okay. So now this time around, you can see that we have two rows. So you can have as many rows as possible in QuickBooks. And let's click save and close. Save and close. And if you want to create another invoice, just click on save and new. So now you can see that we have two items showing off here under this. Okay, now let's go back to our inventory and see what we have under inventory. you have any inventory open? No. Let's go back to all and let's go back to the item and this. So we can see that we have the quantity at hand. Now these are the quantity at hand for each of these products. Here we have minus 32. What about the other one? The industrial adhesive. I think we have unit of this. We can sell from this industrial adhesive. Let's sell one or two from there also. Inventory adhesive. We call it chemical. We have this. If the price has changed, you can come here and change the price. The fact that you have input the price before does not mean that it has to be permanent. You can change the price anytime that you need to change the price. Okay, so let's save and close. So so you can see that the quantity here has also reduced. The moment you sell from it, the quantity went down immediately. Now, let's quickly, we don't have steel door, but we've been selling steel door and we have minus in that account. What do? We can go back, we just come to activities here. This is where we have item, new item, create item, delete item, add module. Also, you can do all this here. But let's come to activities here. Here you can create invoice, you can enter sales receipt. We'll get to sales receipt also. We have change item prices. You can change the item prices. You can this build assembly. This is where we are going. All this one is about selling. These are purchases and adjustment. So let's build assembly. Let's build it up. What are we building? Build up. How many do we need to build? We want to build like 50. Want to build 50 and no story. If we don't, we will need to build 50 now. It's telling us that we have 180 still sheets left at hand, and we will need 100. We have, how many aluminum do we have in stock? 240. We will need 50. It means we are in order. We can build 50 successfully. Just build and close. Now, if you come back here now, you can see that the balance is automatically is a matter of seconds. You can see that the field door has been created. We have built 50, we sold 32 out of 50. What do we have as balance? 18. So you will see that instead of you to manually create Excel somewhere, you create your Excel, you now keep updating every time. QuickBooks can make life easier and simpler for someone. Can make life easier and make life simpler for managing the account. Okay, so let's leave that. We've seen how to create invoice. The next thing we're going to look at, any question on invoices before we move to payment? Any question on invoices? If there's no question, you can use the chat box. Type no in the chat box. No question, just type no in the chat box. I you see the chat box there. If you don't have any question, just type no. If you have questions, type yes in the chat box. So we can proceed with the class. So the next thing we look at now is payment. We want to receive money. Okay, so we are not going to follow all this again since we have created our own. We've edited it. But when you are practicing, you can go through, you can use all this information to practice. Okay, so want to receive money. How do we receive money? We have created invoices. How do we receive money from invoices that we have created? So let's quickly go back and go back to our customer center. From customer, you can see we have received payment. And you see, we have receive what? Receive payment. From who are we receiving money from? Let's first receive money from Alpha. So the moment I click on Alpha, I can select which date when did he make payment. And this is the opening balance that we are carrying forward from 2024. Let's say the guy is paying us, is paying one. Okay, we are going to do two things here automatically now. We are going to see how to treat withholding taxes immediately. Let's say he's paying us this amount in full, and here is paying us, is paying, remove to that one from here, we will have 517 or so, or 512, 512, 500, something like this. Now you can see that this guy is not paying full value. Hello, are you with me? We are learning, we are jumping, we are using two things together now. This guy is not paying full value. So the moment an invoice is having an outstanding or overpayment, on the left side of your QuickBook, something will pop up here. Assuming he has paid 712 here, that is overpayment. So what we have? We have, sorry, if you have overpayment, you see overpayment here also. But for now, we are using 512, which is underpayment. It's the question now is, what do you want to do with the underpayment of this invoice? Are we leaving it until he pays? This area, this particular thing, this particular point, so many people fail at this point. So many people who keep accounting record. Somebody who has paid and is withholding your money, you still keep him as a balance payable 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. It will just keep hanging there. This is a display of not understanding how to treat withholding taxes with the software. So at this point, you explain, you need to say, how do we treat this? If you know that the bank is going to pay you the balance, fine, you leave it as what? Underpayment. But if you are sure that what he has paid is the final, what do? You write off the extra amount. You write off what? The extra amount. So let's now see where we're going to write it off to. Save and close. Now, we want to write the 1,000 naira. Where do we write it off to? That's the point. Now come back here now. It's okay. We want to write it off to withholding tax receivable, but we don't have it here. We don't have withholding tax receivable under our account. What do? We click on Add New. That's a new type of account. This one, and that is one of the advantage of QuickBooks. You can create from anywhere, from wherever you have. You can create anything you want to create from there. Withholding tax receivable. Receivables. Right? Okay. So we give it account number. What are the numbers that we use for our tab of account? Then we click check here. Let's see where we can use the receivable there. Chat. Receivables, and 10, 20. We can make it 10, 50. Okay, let's use 1045, yeah. Just to stay between that. I want you to stay around that area. 1045 can fly. Let's use 1045. In real life, you will have created all your charts and you have all the lists. So let's create this. And since we enable class, what the guy bought from us, I think it's better work. Let's click OK. As the account type that are depositing to. Sorry, let's check again. What's happening there? What's happening there? Okay, let's deal with the first one. Then let's resolve that issue. I will come back to that. We are not assigning anything again. Okay, let's clear and redo it. Alpha Medical, Alpha Manufacturing, rather. Okay, so we have this and we have this. Let's see. And this guy is paying 512, 500. Okay, since we have we treated it as underpayment, we'll go back. Let's go back and edit that also. This guy is not enough again. Let's go back. Okay, another thing, something has happened here. We did not select bank. Why? We did not select bank. Where the money went to? Somebody pay us. But which bank did the money pay went to? Where can we select bank here? It's like it's not possible, right? We cannot select bank from here. There is no option to select bank. Am I correct? So what do we do? What do we do at this point? We go back to our edit again. This is where we enable where the payment. Payment will come back here and we use by default. There's an account called undeposited fund. That is the money. It means you are collecting money in cash. Now you now go and deposit the money to bank. This is how it's going to look like. Go back to let's go back to home. You see that you have money to deposit now. The money we receive is in this account. This money we have in this account. So it's from here now we will now deposit the money to bank. Deposit the money to bank from here, right? But we don't want to do because at the end of the day, when you are depositing the money to bank, it will not you will not you're not able to try to trace where the customer paid directly. Somebody paid to your bank, but in your account you say you receive money into undeposited fund. You now transfer money from undeposited fund to bank. That is what this will do for us. But to avoid this, just go back to edit and remove that default setting. Go back to preference, click on payment, and then click on company. Remove this. Then it's okay. So as is that. So let's now go back to customer center. Okay, so we have this. So let's go back and edit this payment. Now you can see that we can now select which bank we are receiving the money to. Right? Now you can select the bank. Which bank are we receiving money to now? We are receiving money to GTB. This is the reason why we cannot post to withholding tax receivable. Because The undeposited fund is a current asset. Withholding tax also is what? A current asset. So this is the reason why we could not post that withholding tax. So now let's select bank now. Let's receive the money to Zenith Bank. The money is now going to what? Zenith Bank. We can select bank now. And want to write up the balance to what? To withholding tax. So let's try it again now. Let's select yes. Now we can select this account and hit OK. Bam. Congratulations. Let's go back. Let's go and view our report. Let's quickly see this thing we have done. Let's see the effect. Let's first start with our P&L and see what we have in our P&L. And you see that these are sales revenue. The cost of goods sold are here. You can expand to see all the cost of what we sold. We sold metal sheet, chemical, this, and all. And this one has multiple lines because we sold two things together. And the person who bought doors, so you can see these are the inflow. These are the expenses that these are the revenue that we have. Okay, that is good. Now let's look at sorry, that's the cost. What we have the revenue here. We have the cost. You can see there side by side. So let's quickly look at. Let's go back to. Let's see our customers ledger too. Our customers balances. From here you can see the customer balances, their summary balances, their detail balances. You can see those who are owing us now. You can see that the alpha is no longer owing us because we've written off the 25,000. Instead of keeping the 25,000 naira to eternity, you can see that we've been able to remove that. So let's go back to the report, customer balance summary. And you see that it's no longer showing. Now we know who is owing us. Exactly who is owing us or who are those people owing us. So you can see there now easily. So if you want to see details of their invoices also, let's go back again. You have customer details also. The details of transactions. And you see the everything that happens. You can see everything that has happened within that month or within the period that we want to look at. The invoice, the payment, withholding taxes. So for you to reconcile with any client, it is very easy. Once you ensure that you made your posting, you post at the right time. Once you post at the right time, you are good to go. Is that okay? So that is how that works. Now let's go and now check. Let's now go and check the balance sheet. Let's go back to finances, and select balance sheet standard or details, any balance sheet of your choice. So this is our balance sheet now. Can you see our balance sheet? We have this money here, in a bank. We have trade receivables. We have withholding tax. You see withholding tax now. It's an asset. Now, if somebody is owing us, he has to pay this money. The person will go and pay this money to FRS so that we can use it to net off our income tax at the end of the year. That is how that works. So you can see our balance sheet balance. But something happened. I explained yesterday, this 12.8 million. I already have explained what is here. What does it mean? This 12.8 million. What does it mean? 12.8 million. Can somebody unmute and tell us the meaning of this 12.8 million? We have owner's equity with this, and we have rating annual 350, let it come to be 1.58, 508. Who can tell us the meaning of this 2.8 million? If you are in class yesterday, can you tell us the meaning of this? Hello? Okay, this one means that our trial balance is not balanced yet. Our trial balance yesterday was not balanced. So the inflow and outflow that we have there is not balanced. So when you have balance here, it means your balance sheet is not balanced. I get it, mean. So this is like some first account until you are through with your debit and credit and your balance sheet is balanced. That is when this account becomes zero, and that is when you can say, okay, all your postings have been captured. Is that clear? So these are balance sheets. So you can see the effect of what we have been doing, and we can quickly generate your report. Let's quickly see other reports we can generate from here. Let's generate reports by classes. You can see the report by classes, the chemical department or chemical report from chemical side, and report the sales P&L from the what? Metal work. And this one that is not qualified. I think there's a cost here that is not classified, 712 was not qualified. Okay, so that is the reason why we have class here, not classified. We don't have class here. That's the reason why that is standing separate. But I think on the invoice, we should do that on the invoice. I think so. Or where we create the assembly itself. Let's quickly check that. Let's go back to assembly and steel door. We have class option here. Any class option here? No class option, right? There's no class option here. So I think, but on the sales, I think we should pick that. Let's check the sales. 712,000. Let's check the sales. Customer center. Who sold? Who bought 512 from us? Okay. I think we can quickly see that now. Still door. Still door. I think we pick class. We pick class here. Why did we not pick that? I can't quickly see that now. I want to see why that is not linked to anything. Why that is not linked to anything, I don't know. Okay, so let's move. So I think we can see the way the report, by we're able to get our report. You can get multiple different kind of reports without wasting time. Going to now go again and start doing. Okay, now we've seen how to raise invoice, how to create receipt. What happened when somebody returned a goods? Somebody returned a good and we need to give credit notes to such customer. Somebody, let's look at what they bought here. Those are people in us. Let's see what they bought. Somebody bought 20 steel door and return one. Selma, want to return one steel door from here. From this 430, want to return one steel door. Right? What do we do? So right click on this and you can see create credit memo or refund. Want to create credit memo for Telma and pick those on network, right? So template credit memo or return receipt, anyone choice. Okay, let's say the date is after that date. Let's pick this date, the item, 1 unit of steel door, and it's returning what? 1 unit of steel door. What's the rate we sold? At which we sold? What's the rate at which we sold? I can't remember. again. Okay. Okay. Let's see if you can get invoice directly from here, the value directly from here. Okay. Olayemi, can you go ahead with your question? Femi, you have a question, right?
Yes,
Ask your
sir.
question before we move on.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Okay, fine.
Ask
Number
your
one,
question before we move on.
yes, sir. I observed the chatting box is not able, is disabled, so one cannot type or see anything there from my own side. Though I wouldn't know whether it's
What?
happening to other people.
What is that? What is that?
The
Okay,
chat
the
box.
chatting box. The chat box.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
let me check it.
It's not able, sir. It's saying the meeting is
Okay.
this and that, so that's why.
Okay, let me check it. Let me check it.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Engagement. Okay. I've enabled the question and answer section. Check that.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Have you seen the Q&A?
Yes, I've seen the Q&A
Now,
now, sir.
you can
So I
see the
think
Q&A. Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
The chat box is not able now. It's
I
not
will,
able.
I will check that also. I'm checking it also. That's
Okay,
the
sir.
first one I could see to first.
Thank you, sir. So that one can put in the question in there.
Exactly.
Thank
Instead
you,
of,
sir.
yeah. Thank you for the observation.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The chat box. Can you see it now? Chat box. Can you see the chat box now?
Hello, sir. It's there, but it's not
can
yet. It's not yet available for chatting.
Not yet active. Not yet
Yes.
active for chatting.
Yes.
Okay. 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 I will set that later, maybe for subsequent class.
Okay,
I
sir.
will set that maybe for
Okay, sir.
subsequent. But you can use
The question and answer.
answer now for now.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Can use question and answer now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good. So somebody want to refund is returning some of these products. Is you bought 20 at 20,000 naira each. 20 and 20,000 naira each. Okay, so it's returning one from this invoice. Okay, so you can apply credit from here or refund on credit from here on this particular invoice. You get me? You can do that directly from here, and you can go to where we were doing it before. So actually, it's still taking us back to where we were before. So, but now it's returning just one. So consider it has calculated everything for that one unit as calculated now. Let's save and close. So what would you like to do for this credit? You want to retain as available credit or give a refund or apply to an invoice? No, you want to apply to an invoice because there's a particular invoice that you want to make payment on. So click on OK. And which invoice are we making this to? I think it's this invoice, this 430. I think that's the invoice. Or number 5, which invoice are we making into? Which invoice is having that 20 units? 20 times 20 times 20, that's 400. I think it's this one, first one. Done. Let's go and check it. Close. So if you go back to this invoice now, you can see that we now have, instead of okay, let's go to payment. Let's go to payment. Create payment now. Receive payment. We want to receive payment on behalf of this seller. You can see that the invoice was supposed to be how much? 430. Supposed to be 430, but that amount of credit note we gave has been removed from here. So you can see now that the balance payable on this invoice is what? 408. That is how to treat refund or credit what? Memo. So this guy is also paying us, is paying full value, and is paying to GT Bank this account. Let's save and close. So you can see that this guy is no longer owing us a penny. That is how to treat that. So before we leave in the revenue part, let's quickly look at what about those who are not into credit sales. Somebody is buying and is paying instantly. Are you going to create invoice and go and create payment later? No. Are you getting me? You know, this one we have done now, we gave invoice and the customer came back to make payment later. But what about in the case whereby we want to post the payment immediately? The person is paying on spot. The person is paying what? On the spot. How do we do that? So back to customer, you can see create invoice. What follows it? Sales receipt. Can you see this option called what? Sales receipt. This is an option whereby you can make posting for payment that is made on spot. So you don't need to do two different posts. First post one and come and post another one. No. What do? Just click on enter sales receipt. Straight. And what are you selling? Who is buying from us? Let's Eta Pharmaceutical bought something from us, and let's make it a car. You can see that now we can automatically select which bank is paying to. It's paying instantly, but on the normal invoice you cannot select bank. But now you can see the option of what selecting bank. It means that the transaction here will not affect trade debtors or trade debtors. It will only affect bank and revenue account straight away. It's between bank and what? And revenue account. That's what it will affect. So what do? What are we selling to Eta Pharmaceutical? We are buying, we didn't create our bread, but okay, let's design flour to do anything you want. And it's buying like 23. What is the rate at which you are selling that? Let's take the rate. That will not be too off prices. Okay, it's not created bread. Raw material is flour, is raw material. The price is 12,000. So about 50 kg or silver. We are selling at 18,000. 18,000. So remember, you can add tax. You can make it okay. Let's say this is not taxable. We remove tax from it, and we pay. If I'm close. Yeah, and this is my email. Okay, fine. So you can see that it's not showing any debt from that customer. Enter pharmaceutical. We have bought, we have sold, we have bought, we have paid. We only have sales what? Sales receipt. Because how to treat when customer pay you on spot. And all these customers that you are dealing with, like I said yesterday, you can run their report from here without going to the report section. You also have view as a report, where you can see the transactions that has happened between you and them. You can change the period and can select all. You can see all the transactions that are between us and Alpha Pharmaceutical. That is that. So good. So without going out of that. So let's quickly see the next thing we want to learn here. We've learned how to create invoice, how to receive money, and how to create credit memo. Then we also learn how to create sales receipt. So the next thing we want us to look at is bill and payment. Bill and payment. We also buy. We buy materials from people. When we buy material, how do we treat the material that we bought? So now we have deal with customers. Want to deal with vendors. From vendors enters, I think we created vendors yesterday. You can see the vendors we have and their balances. Now we want to buy from them. We want to buy from our vendors. We want to buy from our vendors. How do we buy from them? So from here, we want to buy from CDC or so. And click on the enter bill. You can see here at this point, please note something here. QuickBooks has varieties of options at this point. We have what is called, you can create purchase order to give to your client. We don't need that for now. You can receive item and enter bill. Sometimes supplier can send item to you, but you have not received the bill. When you don't have the bill, you use this, receive item only. Then you now enter the bill later. Somebody supply you item and gives bill later. You get me? So that is that is the difference between this and this. But here you can receive item and enter bill. This is what makes two of them different. This box what makes two of them different. Can you see? When you check this box, it means you receive bill. You receive item and you receive bill automatically. If you don't receive bill, it means you only receive item only. Are you getting me now? So we're going to receive item and bill together. So what are we buying? Let's quickly buy. Let's buy plastic granules, and we're going to buy like 150 units. Can somebody move himself there? Okay, can you move please? Okay. Okay. Now we are buying this. How much are we buying? Are we buying this? Let's have the idea of the price. um, plastic granules, 7,000 naira. Let's say the price has come down to 6,500. Or we are buying, or we have to just get this new client who give us this new supplier. It's selling at 6,500 naira. So you can link this up to an account, plastic granules, let's make it chemical. And I think that's all for now. Let's save and close. Now we are owing this guy 975. So the same way you can create more and more and more and more. As somebody is buying from you, as somebody is supplying you and doing you bill, you can quickly do that. And sometimes what about when you are buying something that it doesn't tie, it's not tied to an item. Let's say we are receiving bill for electricity, right? We receive bill for electricity, and electricity is not tied to item. What do you do? You can see on the left side you have what? Expenses. We receive a bill. We are not paying immediately, but it's a bill. But the bill is not tied to what? Not tied to any item. In that case, you can just take factory overhead or anything of your choice and then put 2 million or 1 million naira. Band A, and band A error now. So you can say 2 million. That's not too much. Company. So if you want to transfer this bill to somebody, you can select the customer that you are transferring this bill to, and let him know. You can now decide if it is billable or not. It means it is billable to tell her. But now in this case, now we are not doing this. We are going to remove this. We are not touching anybody to this. So, but you can do that in QuickBooks, and you can class it and say, guys, okay, it's not class. You don't need to class this. It's general expenses. It doesn't belong to a particular department. So save and close. It's not assigned to any class. Save anyway. So that is how to create expenses that is not tied to an item. I think, is it making sense at all? Hello? Is it making sense? We have seen how to create a bill with items, and how to create bills without what? Without items. That is when you create bills without selecting what? Any item. Right. So that is that. Now, how do you make payment? Exactly the same way we receive payment, we can also pay bills. You can see what? Pay bills. See pay bills there. Who are we paying at this point? We are paying ABC, and we are paying 2 million. We are paying 2 million out of 2,750,000, or we are paying 2.5 million rather. Let me make it 5 million. We are paying 5 million. This guy, where are we paying from? We are paying from the Zenny Bank. Do we have up to that amount? Zenny Bank, okay. It's okay. We are paying that 2.5 million, and the balance in that account is will be minus 570. Wow. There's no money in that account, but we manage. We leave it like that. That is called overdraft. Okay. What else again are we doing? Okay. So let's pay selected bill. We make payment summary, and have this 5 million, and that is that done. You want to pay more? Let's done. Click on done. We've made payment of 2 million from this guy. That's what is left. So that is how to pay bills. Here, let's get another bill again. Let's just pay this guy off. Pay bills. Pay bill. Okay, sorry. Sorry, I have a network issue. So we have want to pay 1.9. What do we want to do with 100,000? Sometimes you can also set a discount. You can set a discount of 100,000. But the discount account, it depends on but in this case, we have discount account. If it is discount, you can select discount account. Right? If it is a discount, you can select discount account. But if it is not a discount, if it is withholding tax payable, let's say you too, the same way some people withhold money on you, you too can also withhold money. You can also withhold money. So when you withhold money, that is when you use this option here. Now, this kind of account now, we go to select this account. We don't have withholding tax payable under our liability. We don't have withholding tax what? Payable. What do? We select add new account. We call it withholding tax payable, the liability account. Call it what? Withholding tax payable. That is it. So that is when you withhold tax from people, you use withholding tax payable. Payables would be, can use 2050 for that. Withholding tax. Okay, we already have it now. We already have it. 2040. We have 2040. It means we already have that account before. Cancel. Let's check it here. 2040 withholding tax. So it's like we didn't bring it up. 2040. Okay, we don't have it. Now let's create it. 2040. Set up 2040. I will call it what? Returning tax payable. Payable. So save and close. So the 100,000 naira now, instead of hanging in our account, we will transfer to what? To returning tax payable straight away. So pay this, save anyway. Done. Now, if you come here, we are no longer owing this guy. We are not owing him a dime. Why? Because the amount payable has been transferred to what? The returning tax payable, which we have to remit to FIRS. Any question at this point on any question on payment and bill? Any question? Okay. Then I assume there's no question. Oh, somebody having network is join us. Okay, there's no question on payment and bill. Okay, now I've talked about this earlier. We receive goods, we pay later. Can we quickly demonstrate that? Let's receive it. We receive a product. We receive QRS motor, deliver steel sheet, 100 at 10,000. So, metal. This is what is sold to us. Who is this? QRS motor. Save and close. QRS motor. You only receive item, no bill, right? Item received only. Let's go to payment. Let's go to payment and pay. We want to pay this guy. Pay bills. You can see that QRS is not added to our bill. We are not owing them yet because we don't have bill. Can you see the difference now? Because we have not posted the bill. We have not posted the bill, so this guy is not owing us. We cannot pay. We cannot pay that money from this using this method. Unless you want to pay through that method, you can just go and transfer money to him, but it will not be tied to that particular product. Is that clear? Now, let's now go back now and enter bill for that received item. Now, we want to enter bill for that item. What is the item? Who is that? QRS, right? QRS motors. So we have one invoice. We have this. Use the same receipt date. And for this, let's click OK. This item. This is the item we want to receive. We want to raise the bill for. Click OK. And then the value you see is 1 million. The one has not changed. Just save and close. Yes. QRS. Now we have bill for QRS. We can now pay QRS, and that will it will link up with the revenue, with the cost and the inventory right away. Not just transfer money to them or just receive money to them. Is that clear? So I think that is good. So we'll not make payment again for here. Okay, what about expenses? We also pay, there are times when we pay expenses. We just pay for expenses. Somebody wants to go and transportation expenses, entertainment expenses. Are we going to create bill again for them? You can see that we only have enter bill, pay bill. That's here. Check here. Just check what you have for money. That's nothing we want to do here, right? So how do we now treat those ones? We send somebody to go and buy things, they have bought it, this and that. Are we going to create bill for them too? No. You can see them, do everything we have under, there's no option for that under the vendors. That will take us to what's called banking now. So we are running out of time. That will take us to what? To banking. Banking, under banking, we have other options called, we have write check and make deposits. When money is not going through bill, we use what is called what? Write check. This is where you pay. You can pay with this. You can make payment directly from here without linking to any what? To any bill. Okay. We want to pay somebody, and then you can just come here. Those start with transportation expenses, or let's say Alabi Ade, the sales, maybe it's one of our staff. Expenses here. Office expenses, let's just use this example, and the amount is just 5,000 naira from petty cash, 2,000 from petty cash, and you can see it on close. Can you see that we don't select any customer, we don't have anything, but we are paid. Let's do another one again. Write another check again for who is this class. Let me look for somebody's name in this class. I want to make payment for Messi. Messi is the one entertaining us today. It's the entertainment expenses, or Messi A. Messi A. Okay, the expenses. You can see that we are not selecting item now. If you are paying for item without bill, you can also use this so that it will reflect in your inventory. But since we are not dealing with that now, just select this and let's create an expenses, entertainment expenses. That's the feeding cost. So let's make sure you pay our entertainment today. Yeah, entertainment. Okay, so what numbers do we have there? Entertainment, expenses, entertainment. We haven't met that there. So you can use 5045. Let's just use that. 45 5, so we can close. So the expenses, we have given 20,000 naira to you. Let's see. You have to provide a food today. Okay, so you can close. Where are we paying from? We are paying from petty cash. Okay, you can pay from bank also. You can pay from any of this bank. You can pay from any of the banks. You can close it anyway. So that is how to make payments directly with when you don't have a reason to link it up with when you don't have reason to link it up with any bill. Also, we make deposit. You can also pay to account directly without going through invoice. When somebody wants to deposit money to your account, just a deposit that doesn't have to go through invoice. Right? So you can see IOTA from Which account is it affecting? Uncategorized account. Memo, supply of so and so anything, or purchase of anything. Payment method, this is user card or anything. Because the amount 1 million. This you can close. You can also receive money like that straight. So this is like a deposit into account now. Yes, deposited into our account without any bill. I get you. So that is that. Okay, so somebody asked for reconciliation, bank reconciliation statement. Mr. Bafemi. We also have under here, we have what is called reconcile. Reconcile option is here. If you want to reconcile our sending bank statement ending, March ending, right? So in some cases, even though I think that is not that easy to upload, it allows the online QuickBooks allows that you upload your statement. This also allows that, but I don't think it's that effective like using the online QuickBooks. Quick Online, you can just upload everything and start and start whatever. Your bank charges, if you have bank charges for the period, you can add all the bank charges together, and we have our account here. Let's continue. Oh, sorry, the period is different here. So, but what you are going to do is going to be a manual approach. Manual approach. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Bank charges. Do you have bank charges at all? You don't have it. You don't have bank charges. Bank charges. Accounts. What number do you give bank charges now? I think you just created something like a 30 for something. So let's just make like 5046 just for learning purpose. 46, right? It's okay. Then the interest and if they had interest to your money also, if you have interest maybe on savings account or anything, you can also have that. Let's put down under income, all right? So you must enter the ending balance. The ending balance in QuickBooks in your bank statement. In your bank statement, let's say the balance there is 950,000, right? So you continue. So at this point, what you will now be doing is that you compare what you have in your bank statement, all your inflow and the outflow together. Anyone that is in the bank statement, you check it. It means you can find this in your bank statement. Are you getting me? We also discovered that you can also find this in bank statement, you check it. This also appears in bank statement, you check it. Are you getting me? This appears in bank statement, you check. So anyone that appear in statement, you check it. So that will enable you to know where the discrepancy is. So wherever you have discrepancy, either you post it, let's say you post something here that's posted wrongly. What do? You double click it and you post it to the right account. So you're supposed to go to GTB, you change it to that account, and that will leave the bank. If it's something that was supposed to post here, that is not posted here. You do what? You post it and you check it. Once you have, when you have reconciled everything, you should have the difference will be what? It will be zero at the end of the day. Then you do what? Reconcile now. So the leave reconcile. We have reconciliation. Let's leave it for now. We don't have bank statement to track that. Is that clear, Mr. Raphael? Hello, are you still there?
Hello, sir. Yes, sir. It's clear, sir.
Okay, so that's how to carry out bank reconciliation on using what? QuickBooks Desktop. Using it has facility for upload. You can even link up with us, but not everybody has that. Especially most of the versions that are being sold in our area here. Most of those functions that are being sold are not functions that you can actually link up with banks. You can link up with banks directly and export from banks directly. You can get your bank statement, and you can also upload. You can import your bank statement to QuickBooks also directly. But that is it really works. But for online, we do it very well for online QuickBooks. Import it directly, and you can reconcile it side by side. It will also, in fact, QuickBooks has that capacity of doing. It will reconcile to a certain level that you just what you just do is you have to go and do the remaining reconciliation by yourself. You only do the remaining reconciliation by yourself. Yeah. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
So sorry, sir. It's me, Baba Femi. One of the issues I have with the banks concerning reconciliation, whether QuickBooks or the narration they give brings a lot of issues. Sometimes they don't give a clear narration. The way you will clear it in your own books is different from the way they will put it in their own records. And sometimes it creates a lot of wahala. Before you start going back and forth, first month, second month will have gone, and you have this thing not done. Do you get me now? As your reconciliation. So I'm trying to see why is it like that? Because sometimes you just see they'll just not figure. They will not tell you the meaning. They will not tell you what it's meant for. The next thing you just see a debit alert. It is somehow it is difficult. I don't know why.
There's nothing you can do to that. The only thing you can yes, now there's nothing you can do. Each bank has different narrations.
Yes.
Some banks you just use net. You just use net. And the remaining information that is useful will not be seen there. Some will not even show the name of the depositor or whatever. But what you do is that if your company can give you access to get your the inflow outflow on daily basis, you can quickly reconcile with the physical transaction that is happening. Somebody said they has paid to your account. You quickly know, okay, who made payment today? ABC, okay, maybe he said it's 1.2 and it's 1.2 here. It means his money has entered for today. Somebody said he pays also amount. You can't identify the person. You hold on. Either you meet the sales people or marketing people that you have so money pending. As any of your clients make payment, but if you wait till month end, especially if you have huge transactions, it's going to be very difficult. Yes. So the best thing is to be doing it on daily basis. So at the end of the month, you just do the regular this and just move on. That's the best thing you can do. I know of somebody who does like 1,000 transactions a day. 1,000 transactions in a day. So if you have to pay, if you have that kind of transaction, you are waiting the month end. What will happen?
That would be serious.
You want to reconcile 30,000 transactions. But if it is online can help you to match some of those things. Online can help to match some of those things. You only have little things to just resolve. That is how that works.
Okay. Now for QuickBooks, sir, let me quickly ask this last question so that other people too can ask questions. Now for QuickBooks,
it's not last question. Ask question, and that one can still come up again.
For QuickBooks, what is the margin, as in the last unit you can use to to post now. What do I mean? Is it 999,999,000? Can he post anything above 1 trillion?
I don't know. I don't know. Unless
Because I've had that
no,
issue
no,
before.
fashions vary. All those
Okay.
old fashions, when people are dealing 2009, 2010, 2015 fashions, don't take up to that amount. But I've not tried for these, all these, things are changing, and they also know that people are doing now dealing in trillions and whatever. Let's check it and see
Okay.
if we
Okay.
take it. That is
Okay,
not very, that you don't need to fund that.
Okay.
What do we do? What are we doing here? Okay, let's create invoice. Let's create an invoice and select somebody, our first trillionaire customer, a person textile. It's going to be our first trillionaire customer now. Let's say we are buying like 1,000 units of 17, and okay, so we are selling unit of this, and each one is costing 1 billion, right?
Yes, sir.
This is 10 million. Let's check. Oh, the number is larger than maximum allowed. This 10 million, and here we have what? 10 billion. 10 billion. So let's make it like 99.
Okay.
99. It means this take what?
You can
99
say
billion.
99 million.
99 billions. This 99 billions.
Okay.
So let's make it 91999.
Yes.
So it takes 99 or 99 billion, and let's make it. It doesn't take 1 billion. We've tried 1 billion. It doesn't take that. So at
It
least,
didn't take it.
but it takes 999 billion, and but in total, it still allows it. In total, we still have the total to what 1 billion plus.
Thank you, sir.
Accepted. So that works. I don't know. So you can see it now that it's working. Where is it? Where is the bill? Who did we assign the bill to? I think we have what's the name of the person again? I can't see the invoice here. I think in some textile, something like that. Is it textile? Okay, let's check something here. Let's check here. If it is there, we'll know.
Okay, sir.
Customer summary. Okay, it's there now. Okay, so you can see it's accepted. It's accepted this. This is the bill. This bill is 1 billion bill, but on the row item, you cannot take 1 billion on the row item, but in total, you can see we still have 1 billion here. So that means it works now. But in the old ones, all those old ones, they don't accept these values. Yes. So I know that they have increased the number of the but I've not tried this 1 billion before now. Okay, good. So what else again are we trying? We have seen that can we do 1 or 2 things? Just 30 already. I think we've covered a lot of things, right? We've talked about we've learned paying taxes and the other ones. Okay, let's quickly look at general journal. Time has gone. Let's look at general journal. Very important too. Journal is very important. Here we have what is called transfer fund. How is transfer fund here? Transfer fund, when you are transferring money from one account to another account, from one account to what? To another account. Want transfer money from this account to another account to GTB. How much are we transferring? You want to transfer what? You want to transfer 50,000. we use fund transfer here. Is that clear? So don't forget that. I think that's how to transfer money, interbank transfer. We can also make use of general journal. That is what made me to remember that. We use general journal entry. How do you assign, how do we treat general journal? For example, we want to provide for depreciation. What do? You select the business account, which account is to be debited and which account to be credited. Let's say the debited account is, we don't have the business account here. Okay, let me quickly create that. Depreciation, expenses. Let's say we have the business account. Expenses already selected. Depreciation, depreciation. Depreciation. And the number here is the what? Business account. Let's use 5085. 85. Depreciation account. Payment close. So, which account are we debiting? We are debiting this account with 200,000, and we are crediting which account? You can write story there, anything you want to write there. We are crediting accumulated depreciation for plant and machinery 20,000. So we put in your narration should be put here. If it has to do with anything, you can do that and click on save and close. That is that. So let's quickly see the effect of what we did just now. Go back to report and see profit and loss standard. So you can see now we have the depreciation showing here. That is how to treat journals. We can also use journals. We want to pay VAT to government again now. We have removed VAT. We want to go and pay VAT to FIRS, right? You can use check payment and you can use journal also. I use journal. We have removed all the VAT we've been charged all this while. This time around, we want to credit our bank and debit VAT account. Let's go back to VAT payable. This tax payable, and the amount is 750,000. We are paying this money to FRS now for the amount of this. And which bank are we taking money from? We're taking money from GT Bank, this account. What do? Save and close. Okay, sorry, because it has this, we have to select a vendor. We are paying, because it's payable account, we are paying to who? FIRS. So you have to make payment to FIRS. So if you go back to GL now to see what happened to FIRS, you'll have seen that the account now ledger so you can see, let's go make payment 20,000 to FIRS here. We have created this account and let's go to FIRS payable. Now we have pay what? 750. We have paid this amount. This is the VAT. This is your VAT, you Mr. Something. You can see your VAT. Very big VAT you will pay on your 1 billion transaction. So you can see that 750 that we deducted is now being paid. It's being debited to this account. So that's how to treat what? How to treat general journal. So we also have some other tips. So in your report, all this report can be customized. Here you can select customize. and see what you can do to these invoices. So you can add, you can remove, and do so many things today. That is an invoice. And even the invoice on receipt also. On your invoices and receipts, the invoice and receipt also, you can customize your invoice and receipt. Under my template, you can select and double click on the invoice, and there you can start managing templates. You can go to layout designer. You can start adding or removing something. You can add, remove. You can drag this to this place. You can add your logo. You can add your logo. Click on this. You are adding image. You bring the logo. You getting me? So a lot of things can be done using all these tools. Let's say we want to use something like this. The logo. Okay. You can add logo to it. You can increase. You can decrease. You can do a lot of things. You can add signature points and add a lot of things. I shared a video last week from somebody requested something from me. How you can make the total value to show where to show from here. I just did that like 3-minute video. It's on my YouTube channel. It's there on my YouTube channel. So you can quickly see how you can do some formatting, and so that when you print your invoice, it will show the total on the invoice. So you can see that the invoice is not showing this. I can hide, remove all those things. So that is how we do customization on the QuickBooks. We also have what is called, we also have what is called batch posting. When you have a lot of amount to post, you use under the accountant here, you have what is called batch posting here, batch end of transaction. So here you can also select what are you posting. Is it payment? If you have you want to you have a lot of expenses that you make on daily basis, you want to post there. Or you have a lot of bills. Like I said, somebody do 1,000 every day. That you cannot be posting 1,000 transaction by coming here, create invoice, 1,000 or create payment. No, it cannot work. Are you getting me? So what do you use? What do you do in that case? You can use here. You can use deposit if it is inflow. Use deposit for inflow. Use check for payment, and you use invoice. If it is invoice, you can also create invoice from here. You can create bill. You have a lot of bill you want to enter once and for all. You can click on this, and you know how to customize your columns. The column available to you, and just post there, and that is that. Also, you can also like what is called memorize invoice. You have an invoice, you create an invoice. Let's say you create an invoice. You create 1242. This is last thing I'm going to do today. You create an invoice. After creating invoice, you can see memorize or create a copy. Create a copy to do another invoice instantly, so that you can do another instead of starting again. You can create a copy of that invoice and then use for another person. But you can memorize the same invoice to be used anytime. You give it a name, and they add automated interactions and features. How often? Don't remind me, or never remind me. Click OK. So you have the sample, and when you want to see, when you want to use them, you just come to template or memorize list. That's it. Memorize list there. The list will show here. Just select the list and then update it for the next transaction. So I think we'll get to the end of the proposed end of the class, and I think we'll be able to learn one or two things in this class. Now it's time for final question and comment. Any question and comment? Any question and comment?
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, thank you so much for this privilege. Really appreciate. God bless you. Sir, please, my question is, I don't know, maybe it's my posting that's wrong. I don't know.
Okay.
I have an overdraft
Okay.
from bank. So after the end of the year, when I want to post that draft about 120.
Okay.
So what I did is that, okay, I created on the QuickBook, overdraft is a liability.
Yeah.
So I create a liability. So when I want to move it, I now debit the overdraft and credit the bank. So when I check my report, inside the report, I saw it negative. So I don't know, maybe it's my posting that
I think it's wrong. It's
Okay.
supposed that it's wrong. What happened is that you're going to leave it in your bank. In your,
Okay.
in the Excel, you are going to transfer it to liability.
Oh,
Are you getting me? In your bank,
yes,
your
yes.
bank is just that your bank is in minus.
Yes,
So
yes.
so don't transfer the money to
Okay. Okay.
another account.
Okay.
Change your bank because it's still the same bank. By the time you
Yes,
now create Zenith Bank again, overdraft again, you have two Zenith Bank. One Zenith Bank is asset, one Zenith Bank is liability. Are you getting me?
Yes.
But it's in your
Yes, sir,
Excel
yes, sir.
that you manipulate.
Oh, okay.
And it's only in your Excel you manipulate that. That you don't need to create that. You just give yourself another job to do.
Oh,
So
all
don't
right.
create.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
So for those who if you want to check for other videos on QuickBooks, I have some
Yes, sir.
QuickBooks videos on my channel. And the channel is the BMC Tutors. BMC what? Tutors on QuickBooks. And so
Okay.
we have
BMC, sir.
BMC Tutors, yeah.
Okay.
We have
Right.
BMC
Okay.
Tutors. You can see a lot of resources there, free resources there from Excel, data analysis, QuickBooks, even Sage. I have Sage tutorials there, Python, SQL, and the rest. So you can learn a lot of things by visiting the channel, and you can see that they are very easy to follow also. So this is PMC tutors on QuickBooks, so you can learn other things from there. Thank you very much for your time.
So thank you very much,
you-
Mr. Hakim. We are
You're
appreciated.
welcome. You're welcome. Very much. So we can stop the recording. I wish everybody a successful remaining day and enjoy your weekend in advance.